Well, the sad reality here is that you have applied for many credit union loans, and unfortunately, they keep rejecting your ass. So the question is, are you doing it right? No, boss, you're not doing it right. So don't get mad, get smart. Get the information that you need so the next time you apply, they will actually approve you right off the bat. So apply at the right institution. You want to listen on to this show because I'll be talking to you about the top 10 credit union massive loans for fair credit. We are speaking about fast approval, minimal paperwork. So another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you already asked me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about the top 10 credit union massive loans for fair credit. We are speaking about fast approval, minimal paperwork. Okay. Number 10, we have here Fairwinds. Our score 6.4 over 10. So when you think about Fairwinds, you're thinking about a decent, I would say, middle tier credit union. Okay, they do a great job, and the average credit score needed to actually qualify for a personal loan with this institution, 5.90. Okay, that's the minimum. 5.590. Okay, and when we talk about the loans from Fairwinds, it's kind of cool. They actually can lend you up to $50,000, okay, depending on your credit. And what we love with the Fairwinds is that they also have what they call a good loan. In other words, get out of debt with the Fairwinds. This is kind of cool. And this loan has an average APR of 6.95%. So this is really good. So Fairwinds is kind of helping you, consolidate debt, actually get to a better financial path. So we love that. And their customer service is really great. But again, Fairwinds is a middle of the road, middle tier credit union that you could qualify. It's not really hard. And they actually will work with you even if you have a FICO score as low as 590. Number 9, we have BlueFed. Our score 6.9 over 10. So the average credit score needed here, minimum 600. Okay, and what we love with BlueFed is that they actually have a great customer service. They have great loans. Okay, and they actually are very flexible in terms of the loan, in terms of the use of loan proceeds. They have no restrictions whatsoever. The only thing is you have to talk to someone first. Okay, you might be able to apply online, but it's better to apply at a branch or apply over the phone. They do have some questions that they'll ask for your income verification, your employment verification, but overall they have great customer service too. And you can use the loan for a lot of things. Actually, they can lend you up to $50,000. You can use the loan for home improvement projects, not a problem. You can use it to consolidate high interest debts, not a problem. You can use the loan for medical and dental expenses. This is also cool. And you could use it also for big purchases, not a problem. And you can use the loan also for travel and vacation. Okay, so they're very flexible at BlueFed. The only thing again here is that you might need to call someone or go to a branch to apply. But overall, this is a great loan. So BlueFed 6.9 over 10. Number 8, we have Logix. Our score 7.2 over 10. And the average credit score needed here is 620, minimum 620. So they have loans. What we love with Logix is that they actually have a longer term. You're talking about 84 months. This is wonderful. 7 years. Okay, this is really good. And they can actually lend you up to $50,000. We have seen people who actually got loans for $75,000, but those had a long relationship with the credit union. Okay, but you can use the loan to buy to consolidate debt. You can actually finance a vacation. You can finance a car. Okay, and the thing you can also I've already said that consolidation. What we love is that the APR is kind of cool. You're looking at 6.24%. That's the minimum. This is really good, and there are no prepayment penalties. Okay, and the thing here is that if you want to have more questions, you can actually go to a branch or you give them a call. They are available 24 hours a day. They have a US-based customer service. We're speaking about 1-800-328-5328. 1-800-328-5328. Okay, the only drawback here is the geographical limitation of this loan. So you have to live in Arizona, California, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, Nevada, and Virginia. Okay, that's really what it is. So if you live in those areas, you can qualify. Number 7, we have America's Credit Union. Our score 7.5 over 10. So the average credit score needed here is 600. Okay, and this is kind of cool. What we love here is that with America's Credit Union, with ACU, they have a range of $500 to $25,000. Fantastic. You can use the money for everything, for repairs, for education, for special projects, and even vacations, and even big purchases. So there is no restriction whatsoever on what you can use the money for. And in terms of payment options, you can either skip a payment. In other words, if you have an ACU loan, you may be eligible to skip some payments and use the extra cash for unexpected bills or other expenses. And it's really cool. I mean, and they call it skip a payment option. So this is really good. And they also have an online loan payment option. You can register on their website, and you have a convenient online loan payment option, which costs just $12 per payment. Okay. In other words, they're trying to help you. They're trying to help you if you have a problem and you just want to skip a payment, or you want to reschedule the payment patterns. They will work with you. They also have a loan protection program. Okay, just in case you are having a hard time now. So that's what we love about this loan. Not only they are giving you the money, they're also helping you just in case you might have some problems. Fantastic. Number 6, we have American Heritage. Our score 8 over 10. So when you think about American Heritage, actually the average credit score needed is 610. Okay, and what we love here is that the APR is kind of decent. You're looking at a minimum of 8.74%, and they can actually lend you up to 120 months. This is fantastic. Think about it. You are looking at 10 years. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so if you basically what I want to say here is that the loan amount really depends on you, but they can go all the way to $50,000. We have seen people who actually got $100,000 from ACU, from American Heritage, and this is important to know that the relationship you have with them actually matters a lot. Okay, the APR minimum 12.65%, but overall they're very flexible. They will work with you. You just need to tell them what you are going to use the money for. You can use the money for everything. You know, you can pay down high interest debts. You can redecorate your home. You can pay for a wedding. Or you can take that dream vacation. The sky is the limit with a personal loan from American Heritage. Okay, not really a big problem. Number 5, we have Connexus. Our score 8.8 over 10. The average credit score needed here is 605. That's the minimum, 605. Okay, and what we love with Connexus is that they are constantly innovating. Okay, Connexus is really great in terms of the loan they can give you. They can actually give you up to $100,000, but we have seen the average loan is around $25,000. Okay, what we love with the Connexus is that they have fixed low rates and affordable payments. Okay, you're looking at APRs that starts at 5.99%. This is really good. Okay, and you are looking at a constellation of uses of loan proceeds. You can use the cash for home repairs, medical expenses, weddings, vacations, and more. Okay, or you can consolidate high interest credit card debt into one manageable monthly payment. Okay, and what we love here is that Connexus will work with you. They'll give you rate and term options that work for you. This is what I was talking to you earlier about, the flexibility. They're really there to work for you. Okay, and the APR ranges from 5.99% to 18.49%. This is really good. And also, one thing I want to say with Connexus is that they have a great application process and fast funding. You can apply online or by phone. Okay, in very few steps, not a problem. And yeah, so Connexus 8.8 over 10. Number 4, Service Credit Union. Our score 9 over 10. When you think about Service Credit Union, this is one of the top military credit unions in the country. We have our team members have been members of that credit union for years now, and they're really great. They're wonderful. The average credit score needed here, minimum 600. Okay, with the service, what you see here is that you see not only not only a great institution, but you can actually borrow up to $50,000. $50,000. Okay, they are very flexible. They'll work with you. They'll give you loans that you can customize the loan based on your needs. Okay, and the loans here is unsecured. All loans in this conversation are unsecured. In other words, they're not protected by a guarantor or collateralized by a lien on specific assets of the borrower. Not at all. Okay, and the loan here from Service has flexible terms. We love that. And repayment plans. Okay, you can use the loan for a lot of stuff. Okay, remember the maximum amount is $50,000. You can help pay for vacation, travel, medical bills, debt consolidation, auto repairs, moving costs, wedding costs, and more. Okay, so this is really good. And what we love with Service is that they have a related product. It's also great. This is a personal line of credit. Okay, just in case you don't want a loan, you don't want something with installments, you can go with a line of credit, because this is really a revolving loan based on your credit. So this is really cool also. So overall, great products. If you have questions, you want to learn more, just call them 1-800-936-7730. 1-800-936-7730. Number 3, we have the Mighty PenFed. Our score 9.2 over 10. I mean, everybody knows PenFed. PenFed is a great institution with stellar products. Okay, and the cool thing about PenFed is that they have a soft pull process. So soft pull is possible with PenFed. Okay, and the average credit score needed here is 610. The average 610 minimum. Okay, and they can actually lend you up to $50,000. The APR can go as low as 5.49%. Okay, terms up to 5 years. This is really good. 5 years. This is 60 months. Okay, no early payoff penalty, no origination fee, no hidden fees. So what we love with PenFed is, as I've said before, you have a soft pull without harm to your credit. Okay, you can check your rate without affecting your credit score. This is wonderful. You can select from multiple pre-approved offers, and you can receive your money in 1 or 2 business days after verification. So this is really cool. So PenFed 9.2 over 10. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation about the top 10 credit union massive loans for fair credit. We are speaking about fast approval, minimal paperwork. Number 2, we have Consumers Credit Union. Our score 9.7 over 10. So when you think about CCU, I want you to think about an average minimum credit score of 590. This is really good. And the cool thing, that even cooler with consumers with CCU, is that they have a soft pull process also. In other words, you can check your credit without harm to your credit score. This is fantastic. And they have something called signature loans. It's just wonderful, wonderful. And you have loan amounts that go all the way to $100,000. Think about it. You could do a lot of stuff with that. No prepayment penalty. You have a quick approval process. Okay, this is really good. And with CCU, you can actually call them to learn more. Okay, if you want more information, you can call them at 1-847-837-7938. The number again is 1-847-837-7938. But again, the loan amount, $100,000 maximum. Really fantastic. We are speaking about unsecured loans here. Okay, so loans without using collateral. Okay, so you can use it for a lot of stuff. You can use it in any way you wish. Okay, including debt consolidation. Number 1, the best of the best. In our view, the best of the best, NavyFed. Our score 10 over 10. So when you think about NavyFed, the average credit score here is 600 minimum. 600 if you want to get a good loan at a good rate. Obviously, if you have a poor credit, you can still qualify, not a problem. But if you have 600 minimum, this is really good. Okay, with NavyFed, you can actually borrow from $250,000 to $50,000. This is a big delta. I love that. And you can actually use the cash for everything. Okay, they will deposit the money in your checkings or savings account, not a problem. And you can actually borrow up to 5 years. Okay, so rates are actually different depending on the maturity of the loan you are applying for. So up to 36 months, you are looking at 7.49% to 18%. Okay, from 36 to 60 months, you are looking at 14.74% to 18%. Okay, and with Navy Fed, you have actually loans that are great for home repairs, remodeling, efficiency upgrade, or you can also use the cash for verification or for a big purchase. It's totally up to you. Okay, so overall, great loan, Navy Fed, 10 over 10. Before I close today's conversation, I want to talk to you. I want to give you an overview, some sort of contextualizing the conversation we've had today. And the thing here is that overall, you can borrow from banks, credit union, online lenders, and finance companies. If you choose to borrow from credit unions, well, they are more flexible. Okay, they are more flexible. They work with you even if you have poor or fair credit. In today's conversation, we actually focused on fair credit, which is really important. But I want to mention that a relationship with the particular credit union you want to apply at is really important. You want to start, everything starts from there. I don't care if you have a FICO score of 825 or whatnot. You need to build a relationship with them so they know you. You need to have an account, a checking account, a savings account. We call that a multi-product relationship. You need to build an MPR with the credit union, so they know you because you're parking your cash with them. You can actually make sure that you set direct deposit with them also, so they can see your income every 2 weeks or every month or every week, whatever. Okay, it's important. So if you want to get started with credit unions, make sure that you need to become a member. Okay, so membership criteria can be actually a little ridiculous in our view, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, you have to find a credit union that works with you, and you need to actually open the accounts. The cool thing is there are national credit unions and there are local credit unions. At the national level, you're looking at Navy Fed, Consumers Credit Union, Penn Fed, okay, Service Credit Union, Connexus. In other words, doesn't really matter where you live, you can still qualify. Okay, and applying for a loan specifically after becoming a member, sometimes they want you to wait 3 months before applying for a loan, sometimes 6 months. Okay, so but you can apply for a loan without not a problem once you become a member. So they will ask you to fill out an application form. This is just standard practice. Okay, they will ask you to identify yourself. You need to provide identified information about yourself, such as your social. Okay, they'll ask you for employment. This is why I was just talking to you earlier about using direct deposit, because direct deposit does 3 things. It helps you verify who your employer is. It helps you verify how much you're making every pay period, and it also talks about the frequency of you getting money, of you getting paid. So this is pretty cool. Okay, and in some cases they will actually also ask you to maintain a shirt. They will ask you for an employment verification letter. Okay, but it's really not a big deal if you are working, right? So talking about getting approved, you need to actually get approved at a credit union. Now, some credit unions are very fast. They will process your application within, let's say, 1 day, and they will actually fund you within the next 48 hours. Some other credit unions will want to take some time. The thing is, whatever information they ask you, if they ask you for extra paperwork, you want to provide that as soon as possible. Okay, don't ghost them. You have to be ready. Check your email, check your SMSs, your phone, whatever. Okay, it's important to also make sure that you know exactly the requirements of the loan you are applying for. Okay, in terms of documents, if they're asking you for tax returns, you have to provide the tax returns. In some cases, you might have to co-sign the loan or co-borrow the loan. For example, with Navy Fed and Penn Fed, they don't want co-signers, they want co-borrowers. Okay, but the cool thing is you can also enlist the help of a relative to kind of help you, a friend or relative to kind of help you get the loan. Okay, and also one thing I want to say here is that overall, when we talk about applying for a credit union personal loan with fair credit, make sure that you plan properly. the post approval process. In other words, the repayment process. Make sure you have enough cash to repay the loan you just applied for. Okay, because the last thing you want is to damage your relationship with a credit union that just approved your loan, right? And we have said this before. You got to have a budget. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how you automate things, but you need to have a budget and automate things in such a way that every month there is money available to repay the loan. Okay, and you can actually do this through a rainy day fund. For instance, you can have an emergency fund. Okay, you can have a savings account that is totally dedicated to that, to paying back the loan. It's very important, and because the bottom line is you want to maintain three things. You want to maintain your relationship with a credit union. You want to maintain your FICO score, hopefully bring it up, and you want to maintain your financial life, your financial situation. In other words, you want to maintain a positive net worth. Okay, but to do that, you have to plan. You can't just wake up and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, whatever. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work that way. Very, very important. So do not forget. Okay, very, very important. Before I close today's conversation, I want to quickly talk to you about our loan evaluation approach. We have a rigorous method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing personal loans, including credit union personal loans. Check this out. All right, quickly recap here. Number one, I was talking to you today about the top 10 credit union massive loans for fair credit. Number one, Navy Fed, 10 over 10. Number two, we have a Consumers Credit Union, 9.7 over 10. Number three, Penn Fed, 9.2 over 10. Number four, Service Credit Union, 9 over 10. Number five, Connexus, 8.8 over 10. Number six rather. We have American Heritage, 8 over 10. Number 7, America's Credit Union, 7.5 over 10. Number 8, we have Logix, 7.2 over 10. Number 9, we have Bluefed, 6.9 over 10. Number 10, Fairwind, 6.4 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.